intrigue. Going to the Eastern Conference, I know you're loving this, and that's fine. Miami looking strong. Butler is just, he's doing well, and it's a great chance for him to, put away some of the stigma that he's had in the past with, quote unquote franchise record. I'm not saying he's carrying Miami, but he's the leader, no doubt about it. What really impresses me about Miami is how they're getting in the heads of New York. And, Julius Randle's comments about how Miami wants it more. First of all, let's go with that. Why in the hell would he say that?
Because it's a conflict of interest with Tom Thibodeau coaching that team. Like, if you break down, like, the reason why the Knicks are good at all, it might be because Thibodeau has them playing well. But the flip side of that is that this team has R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickley, Jalen Brunson. There's so many guys that are good offensively, and their coach is a defensive-minded play to your 48-minute heart gives out. I don't know. Like, I believe this is like the one team that I would say needs analytics because this is not who they're supposed to be. So I'm not surprised that Miami does want it more because this is what their culture's been for years. For the Knicks, they're trying to instill this weird culture that for these guys, it's not supposed to exist inside them. They're too good offensively to be defensive juggernauts.
Mike, and Spoelstra, to me, is one of the most underrated coaches in the last 30 years, if not, the guy flies under the radar. He's not boisterous. He's results. They had to play in the play-in round, but what they're doing right now without two of their key, without Oladipo, without Hero, both of them going down, my personal favorite was Milwaukee. I was bummed out that Miami beat them, but they earned it. It wasn't a fluke. And now they're earning it against the Knicks. The Knicks are an up-and-coming team, but I think to your point, they got to mature. But I just love what Spoelstra's doing. I'm more of a fan of his every year, every series.
Have you ever heard of Haywood Highsmith? I'm a Heat fan, and that name is like an afterthought most of the year. The fact that, like, I'll be honest, when Tyler Hero went down, a guy who I've rooted for a while, that kind of like, I was like, crap. But now I look at the way these playoffs have turned out, like, I'm not even scared anymore. Like, Duncan Robinson is back to playing good. Max Strus is Klay Thompson 2.0, I guess, now. And it's just because the way they're coached. And I wanted to ask your opinion on this one. I'm kind of like a backfire question to you. Do you find it peculiar that Miami does the opposite of super team building? Like, they literally get a whole bunch of undrafted guys and throw them against people, and they do pretty well. Then you have, like, LeBron and AD, building the super team stuff. I love how that's clashing right now. How the undrafted guys are like their undrafted
I love
super
it.
team.
I'll be the first to admit I'm not a big super team fan. I don't like the concept, but I've learned to accept it because that's what they're doing right now. Right. I would love nothing better than the Miami as an 8th seed, underdog, whatever. But because they're coaching, they're doing it, they're doing it the old-fashioned way, I guess, and that's why I kind of like the Knicks, and I'm not a New York fan of a lot of sports. People know me, but I've got friends that are Knicks fans, and they've been long-suffering. They're passionate, and I wouldn't be upset if they were to win the series. I don't think they're gonna, because I think the Knicks have them right up here, or the Heat have them right up here, and that's huge. And to your point about